Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yoga Healing Podcast, brought to you by my Hot Yoga Studio. We will talk about yoga, postures, thyroid, pranayama, Ayurveda, meditation, chakras, and much, much more. I am very grateful for all of you tuning in today, and my hope is to inspire you to learn more about yoga philosophy and yoga lifestyle and about yourself. Make sure to subscribe to my podcast to get new messages and join my Hot Yoga Facebook page for additional tips. You can catch additional information on my website at www.myhotyoga.com. Enjoy today's message. Welcome everyone to my Hot Yoga in Lake Stevens. At our studio we offer a variety of yoga styles and we always focus on wellness. As a part of our wellness program, we provide specialized prenatal yoga, and today I'm excited to share some insights with you. This will be brief and to the point, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us through our website. You can simply email us at info@myhotyoga.com, and we're always happy to connect with you and chat. This podcast is educational, so please always check with your doctor before adding any spices or supplements to your diet or changing your exercise routine. Today, we're going to be diving into a topic that affects many expecting mothers. And this question comes up at the studio pretty much every other session. Sacral pain or pain in the lower back and the tailbone area during pregnancy. It's an issue that can become quite bothersome and uncomfortable while body is going through so many changes on a daily and hourly basis. So in this episode, we will explore the causes of sacral pain, and we will look at the ways to find relief through the lenses of yoga, Ayurveda, diet, and daily routines. And we will also share some practical tips with you. However, we cannot pack 5,000 years of sciences into 15 minutes episode. So this is going to be a really short, a brief overview, and again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. Let's start by understanding sacral pain. The sacral area is located just above the tailbone, and it plays a significant role in supporting the weight of the body, and specifically upper body, and it's connecting the spine to the pelvis. As the pregnancy progresses, the hormone shifts, particularly the release of relaxin, and it can cause ligaments and joints to loosen in preparation for childbirth. This is a big reason actually to watch out for overstretch if you're practicing yoga while expecting a baby. Also, this loosening can create instability and lead to pain, which can radiate to lower back and hips. And this discomfort can be exacerbated by prolonged sitting or standing, or even certain movements, making it very challenging to stay comfortable throughout the day. But fortunately, there are holistic approaches that can bring relief and support a little balance during pregnancy. And I'm saying a little balance is just because everything changes so much every day. So maintaining a balance is extremely important, and sometimes even a little balance can make a tremendous difference. In Ayurveda, sacral pain during pregnancy is often viewed as imbalance of Vata dosha. If you are unfamiliar with doshas, please listen to my earlier podcast or contact us for Ayurvedic consult. We provide this information to all of our members and pass holders. So if you're a member or pass holder listening to this podcast, you can find this information in your customer library and simply ask me any questions when I see you during a prenatal session. Vata governs movement and flow within the body. Anything that moves within the body, like a blood flow. And when it comes out of balance, it can manifest as discomfort or actual instability, and particularly in areas like lower back and hips. And during pregnancy, vata can easily become aggravated due to physical and emotional changes. And also due to the fact that you're growing a baby, so the body has a lot of movement. And so Ayurveda recommends a grounding practices to bring this dosha back in balance. This dosha is related to element of air. I'm not gonna go right now into the dosha because it's like a whole another topic. But it's related to air, and right now is a fall time. So we have a lot of air outside, and you are growing a baby, so you have a lot of air inside. So you need lots and lots of grounding. So let's talk briefly about diet routines in yoga. Diet should be really warm and nourishing. The warm food is absolutely essential for balancing vata, favoring cooked, spice foods such as stews and soups that can support warmth in the body. And of course, incorporating healthy fats like ghee or maybe some other oils. They will also help you lubricate joints, which can provide some relief from discomfort. And when we talk about spices, we talk about gentle spices. Ayurveda doesn't suggest to consume a very hot spices during pregnancy. So we're talking about spices like fennel, ginger, cumin, turmeric. All of the spices are really good for your digestion, which will further help reduce excess vata in your body. And then of course, herbal remedies. Ayurveda always talks about supplementing the body with herbal, with gentle herbs, so to speak. And again, ashwagandha and ginger are primarily for this sort of issues. And the ginger is absolutely amazing spice. It's the only spice that feels spicy when we eat it, but it actually cools down our body when we process it out of the body. So ashwagandha and ginger are primarily for the such issues as grounding, and they also can help strengthen the muscles and joints. But again, always talk to your doctor before adding any herbs, especially during pregnancy. And now, daily routines. We call them dinacharya. There's a different routines, right? There's our daily routine, and then we have our seasonal routines. But we're going to specifically talk about daily routines. Seasonal routines actually called ritucharya. But we will stick with our daily routine for right now. And the simple practices like massaging the lower back with warm sesame or castor oil can actually provide a gentle relief. And again, resting and meditation also stabilize vata. So, self-massage with warm sesame oil on your lower back, and rest and meditation. Those are all great. And when it comes to yoga can be actually a powerful tool in supporting the body during pregnancy and helping it to relieve sacral pain by creating more stability and flexibility about the lower back and hips. And I'm going to share with you a few poses, a few yoga poses that we practice every single prenatal yoga session for specifically that reason, for creating more stability and flexibility around the lower back and hips. We will start with cat-cow pose. It's a very gentle way to stretch and mobilize the spine and ease the tension in the sacral area. Just make sure you keep your knees wider than your hip area. And every time you look up, you inhale. And every time you look at your baby, you bring a chin to your chest and you exhale. Don't pause your breath. Throughout the pregnancy, you and your baby need extra oxygen. So don't pause your breath. Inhale and look up, and exhale Gently look at your baby and keep your knees wider than your hip area. Child's pose provides a very gentle stretch for the lower back while it actually encourages relaxation. And again, keep your knees wider to provide a space for the baby. They don't like to be squished. And for your palms, you can stretch your arms out, keep your palms down. You can use a block or books and put your elbows on the blocks or book and just get comfortable and pause in this pose and breathe into your back. Next pose that we pretty much practice every single practice is Malasana. It's a yogic squat. Not only it opens up hips and strengthens the lower back, it also provides relief to the sacrum. And so just be careful when you're in this pose. If you're practicing at home, have your blocks next to you or practice it next to the wall, because our balance can be a little bit off since we have a little bit extra weight when we are carrying a baby. So just to avoid any injuries, always practice at home next to the wall. Be really mindful about your balance. One more pose. Gently stretching ankles will help you relieve tension and improve circulation, and can actually elevate swelling, which is very common during pregnancy. You're basically going to sit into a hero pose, roll any blanket you have at home, and put that blanket over your ankles and sit back on them. It's very grounding, and while you're sitting, you can just bring your right palm to your heart, feel your heart, and bring your left palm on the baby and feel that beautiful connection. And one last pose I want to share with you is the pigeon pose. It's an absolute the best pose to practice for anyone who is expecting a baby. It adds a hip flexibility and mobility. As your body changes and the pelvis area prepares for childbirth, the hips can become really tight and uncomfortable. So pigeon pose will help you to loosen that up and reduce the tension. It also will relieve a major part of back pain. When we are expecting, we always experiencing a lower back pain due to a shift in our center of gravity, like we mentioned earlier. And this pose stretches the glutes, which can ease discomfort in the lower back. It also reduces sciatic pain. It's huge. Sciatic pain also comes up during prenatal sessions all the time. Sciatic nerve is so common during pregnancy, and it actually can be quite painful. Pigeon pose can help relieve that tension around sciatic nerve by stretching the muscles that surround it and provide a relief. It also can promote emotional release. In yoga, we believe that hip openers, and pigeon pose is essentially a hip opener, can also release emotional tension, which is really valuable for mothers to be as they prepare mentally and emotionally for birth. And we have also, as a mothers, we always have worries that we need to learn how to let go so they don't vibrate in our body. And just amazing pose. But here are a few tips about practicing yoga in general during pregnancy. Always listen to your body and avoid any movements that feel uncomfortable and create a strain. Absolutely no. If you feel a lot of strain, this is not the pose to practice at this time. Always use props like blocks or blankets that can support your body, can support your balance. Try to practice next to a wall possibly. If you're practicing home, then you can always hold on to the wall if you become a little bit unbalanced. And remember, the goal is not the flexibility. The goal is creating a space in the body and stability. And when it comes to breath work, deep calming breath, we're not we're not gonna pause our breathing. We're gonna continue breathing so baby and mama both receive adequate amount of oxygen. Sometimes we do practice Nadi Sodhana. It's alternative nostril breathing, because this breathing can reduce tension and calm down the Vata energy. And in this way, it supports both physical and mental relaxation. With that said, for lasting relief, consider a combination of gentle movements and supportive routines. Alternate, if you can, alternate between standing and sitting, possibly every 30 minutes. And it can be actually crucial to provide relief in your lower back. And if you need to stand for long periods of times where you can't avoid, you have to stand, try shifting your weight from left to right and wear a supportive footwear to reduce any strain on the sacrum. And you could also add a short walks maybe during the breaks. I don't know if you still have to work while you're expecting a baby. But essentially adding short walks to help to keep circulation moving would be really good for you. And when it comes to sleep, side sleeping with the pillow between the knees will absolutely reduce the pressure on your lower back and pelvis. And avoid crossing legs, because this actually adding strain to the sacral area. And of course, incorporating a few minutes of gentle stretch every morning or evening can make a really big difference. And I'm going to wrap it up by saying that sacral pain during pregnancy is pretty common but manageable. This, a little combination of grounding Ayurvedic practices, a gentle yoga, supportive diet, and consistent daily routines. So if you can, build your own routine that meets your own needs. And remember that each pregnancy journey is very unique. So always listen to your body and consult your healthcare provider or trained professionals before starting new routines. Yoga industry is extremely unregulated, essentially. So if you to visit the yoga classes, make sure that your yoga instructor has a training when it comes to prenatal yoga. And I hope these tips will provide you comfort and ease as you navigate this beautiful phase of your life, but actually a very stressful. This phase of your life can be stressful. And our prenatal classes will learn gentle Ayurvedic practices, and we also discuss chakras and how they develop from the time of conception, from 0 to 6 months. And we discuss doshas, vibrations as a part of universal laws, vibrations as a part of yoga and Ayurveda practices. So remember, your body is a miracle. It growing a baby without anyone giving it any sorts of directions. And if you're interested, you can also check out our online prenatal workshop. And if you have any questions, please email us direct at information@mahatyoga.com. I wanted to close this podcast with the quote. If I'm thinking correctly, said Pooh, a new baby is probably undoubtedly the greatest gift that could ever be. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I can't wait to meet you and new babies. See you on the mat. Bye-bye.